Okay, I guess we should get started. If you're not enjoying the choice of music, uh, CR, I'm looking at you. Welcome in, everybody. How are you? Are we recording? Yeah, I think we're recording, and I think we are live on X as well. So thank you for joining. If you're joining in on X, looks like we've
Can
got a
you hear
handful.
me?
Hey, Joff, we can hear you, mate. How are you?
Awesome. This is incredible. This is all the tech working first time every time.
To
Have you
everybody
pressed
else,
record?
yeah, mate. Yeah. Well, when I press stream, it automatically records.
That's
So
amazing.
we'll see how it goes. Yeah, but yeah, this is we've upgraded the tech a little bit. So we're broadcasting on X as well as here in the Discord. Um, just for those of you that are watching on X, just an early warning that we are going to do a draw a little bit later. More details on that coming up. But the prize draw that we're doing, you can only really you can only win if you're joining and watching in on the Discord as well. So head over to Corp Dogs discord.gg/corpdogs. The links in our in the bio of the X profile that we've got. So head over there if you want to have a little look. If you want a chance of winning the stuff that we've got that we're giving away today. Yeah, do me a favor as well. If you are on X, just tap share. Just share it around so that everybody knows what we're doing. And yeah, we'll get started in a few seconds. So tech has been improved. We've now got Joff in. Hi, Joff. How are you, mate?
Yeah, really good, thanks. Yeah,
Excellent.
I think
I,
the
I
past
did have
24 hours have been a bit of a, what we're going to say, whirlwind, fair to
just a
say,
little,
isn't it?
just a little bit. It's like every time I try and sleep, Joff is in my bed with me. Let me rephrase that. Joff is kind of
Yeah,
interrupting
thanks.
sleep with interrupting my sleep with constant messages in the Discord because he's making things work with the guys over in the USA. And yeah, we've got a bit of an announcement coming about that in a little while. Yeah.
Yes,
Uh,
sorry. I was just typing to myself in the
no,
Twitter feed, and I've got three versions of you at different latency. It's crazy. Head's going to
excellent.
explode.
I just want you to know, from my point of view, it's all working seamlessly. There's just one feed coming through, one audio coming through. It's just you that's got to deal with the three different versions. So maybe it's a little bit of a downgrade for you. I don't know. One of the ideas I did have, I'd love to hear the audience's view on this, is that because we've got Joff in now, there you go, that's Joff just down there joining this feed so we can go out on X as well. I really like the idea of putting Joff, like having Joff's camera on his face, but in there having one of the dog kennels, and just so it looks like you're broadcasting from inside a dog kennel. I think at some stage we should do that if we get enough people watching. I think you could be tempted into doing that. Yeah,
Yeah, give it a go.
I think it would look hilarious.
In for a penny.
Yeah, yeah, why not? So yeah, anybody that's new to what we're doing today, my name is Corp. Joff's in with me. We're the founders of Corp Dogs. The Corp Dogs NFT project is about two things. One is about getting you creative, which is what we're going to do today. We're going to draw loads of, we're not going to draw loads, we're going to draw something just using Sharpies and a pencil. The second thing is about growing your art collection as well. So, with a bit of luck, by the end of the session, we're going to do a little prize draw and give away some NFTs. Joff, what are we giving away today, mate?
So, not NFTs directly. We're going to do. We've got some cool cow whitelist spots. They've been really generous and given us 5 whitelist spots. We've also
Thank you.
got a OG spot for the best doodle entry for cool cows. And what should we do with ours? Should we do an OG spot as well? So that'll be a free mint for a cork dog.
I was going to say, just explain what an OG spot means. It means a free
Mm,
mint. It
it
means a free
does.
mint. I think we should do it. I think today's a
In
special.
kind of, yeah, to celebrate everything going on, which we've not actually announced yet in here officially.
We've not announced. Should we do it now?
Should we wait for a few more people? Let's wait till we get to 20 and
I,
then
so we're already
keep
on
everyone
20.
waiting.
We're on 25 on X, and we're on what 15 in the Discord as well. So things are building up quite nicely. Yeah. Again, just do us a favour if you're watching on X, please share the feed. If you're watching on Discord, tag somebody, get people involved. We're going to start drawing in a couple of minutes. Okay. Now, with the drawing session, it should only take us about half an hour. It's a step-by-step drawing session. I'll show you a line to draw, and you're just going to repeat that line. It's going to be as easy as that. Within half an hour, all of us will have drawn the we're going to draw Emmy today, which is the Magic Eden character. Emmy, that makes sense actually. And yeah, so we're just going to draw a nice simple version of that. And everyone will have a nice little picture that they've got at the end of the session. So yeah, that's what we're going to do. Towards the end of the session, that's when we'll do the giveaway. So anybody who's in the Discord gets entry into the draw. But if you're drawing along as well and you post a photo in the Discord of your drawing, then you get extra kudos, extra entries, extra chances to win. We'll figure it all out later.
So we've got Crypto Stew in the audience. He's asking what could he win because he's already got all these prizes. What we're going to do for him? What have you got?
Crypto Stew, where are you based? Are you in?
He's in the forest
in
Nigeria.
Really? I don't know what. I was about to give you an IRL piece, but I don't know how much postage would be to get to post something to Nigeria. It's bad enough having to post something. You know, I've posted stuff to Australia and America and places like that. I don't think I've ever sold anything in Nigeria.
He's not going to win anyway.
We're going to make sure of that, yeah.
Yeah.
I always say it's more important to appear fair than to be fair. it would look really. Crypto Stew won again. Everyone would be really not everyone would be really disappointed. I'm sure everyone would be really happy for you, Crypto Stew. I'm sure they would. Right, should we let's think about getting started, shall we? Let me show you some materials that you're going to need today. We're going to keep it really simple. I like my art to be very, very accessible. So all you're going to need is two materials: a pencil for a couple of guidelines. But pencils are for losers, so we're only going to use them a little bit, and then we'll use the Sharpie. And because the reason I like using pens is because it forces you to keep on moving forward. If you make a few mistakes, you've got to work with those mistakes and see it through. It gets you better at drawing faster. So persist with those pens if you can. Let me show you the. There we go. There's our page, A4 sheet of paper. You're going to need just some sort of scrap sheet of paper. You don't need anything special, not a sketchbook or anything like that. Scrap sheet of paper, because the cheaper the paper, the less you're going to be too bothered about if you mess up or not. And it's a bit more liberating if you're not worried about messing up. I just want to. So Joff's going to keep an eye on the chat and stuff like that, and he'll kind of jump in whenever there's something in the chat that needs answering. You can. Yeah. You can also chat in Twitter. We'll be able to keep it, or on X. We'll be able to keep an eye on that as well. But I just want to say hello to a few people in the audience so far. We've got Jumper, Clint, Joe, CR's in, Callaho's in, Volts. Hey Volts. Hey Wiggs. Looking forward to seeing what you come up with today. Crypto Stew's in, of course. Serial winner. Tash P, Danya, Lord. Who are you? Lord Ven. I just see Ven. Lord Vendetta. Nice. Thanks for joining in. Artsy Natty, Meowie, D-Raf, Silent Thax. I think that's how you pronounce it. Silent Thax. And Crypto Girl's in as well. Hi, Crypto Girl. Crypto Girl's part of the Corp Dogs team. So lots of love for Crypto Girl. Artsy Natty, you want to come up and speak? Or have you pressed a button accidentally? It's all good, yeah. If anybody, whilst we're on Discord, if anybody wants to come up on stage in Discord, you won't be broadcast on X. You'll just appear in the Discord. So just put your hand up if you want to join us on stage. If you've got anything to say, or if you just want to show us what you're drawing, that is all good. Yeah, I thought so. I thought as much, Artsy Natty. I thought it might be just a random click while everyone's getting used to it. Let's get drawing, shall we? Grab your pencil. Park your Sharpie for a little while. Let's go and grab your pencil. And we're going to draw Emmy. Emmy's like a weird character by Magic Eden that looks a bit like a cracked egg kind of thing. So we're going to draw that. It's got some flowers coming out the head, which when Joff suggested drawing it, it's what, man?
I thought Emmy was a plant pot for some reason.
It could be
Maybe
a
it's the
plant
flower
because
threw me off.
yeah. The head a little bit more jagged, but it's definitely got flowers coming out of the head. And flowers is just one of those things, and leaves I just don't usually draw, so it's going to be interesting. Hey Biggie, Biggie's just joined in as well. Hope you're doing well, mate. Thank you for joining. Pencil first. Grab your pencil. We're just going to chuck on a few little guidelines. Those of you that are drawing on an iPad, this is layer 1. This is the layer that you want to be able to hide when you finish your drawing. Okay, so layer 1. Having trouble seeing the camera feed in landscape. If you tap the camera feed, it should make it bigger. Just tap me and I should become bigger on your screen. You might need to tap me twice. See how you get on with that. Just play around with it. Hopefully that's working out for you. Yeah, double
Wig
tap.
said double tap.
I think one tap is slightly bigger. Double tapping is massive. So
Just wondering
yeah.
if Wiggs is actually just winging it. Wiggs doesn't know, I don't think. Maybe she does.
Loading dots. That might be your broadband. I don't want to suggest that you need to go on your hotspot, but you might need to go on your hotspot.
Alternatively, you could try on X as well.
Yeah, join on X.
So
Leave yourself logged in on Discord so that you definitely get an entry. But go and you can watch on X. We should be broadcasting the same speed on X. How many people? We've got 43 people on X. Thank you for joining. If you're watching on X, I promise you, we're about to start drawing. It's been 13 minutes and we haven't touched paper yet. I promise you, we're about to start drawing now. If you're going to take part, you just want a pencil and a Sharpie. That's all you're going to need for today's session. Last chance to quickly share, retweet. What do you call it? Repost nowadays? Re-X the feed so that everybody else can take part as well. Okay, let's do it. First shape we're going to do is an egg shape, but with a cracked top. The main thing about this is don't go too high to the top of your page. I should show you on here really. Don't go too high to the top of the page because we are going to have loads of like flowers and horrible leaves and stuff coming out. Not horrible, beautiful leaves coming out the top of it as well. Also, don't go all the way to the bottom because we're going to have a couple of feet. Also, don't go all the way to the side because we're going to have a couple of hands sticking out as well. This kind of a shape. Let's go for about here. Look, it's almost halfway down. It's like the bottom of an egg. Now, I've drawn that quite dark. This is pencil, yeah? Make sure you're doing it with a pencil. I've drawn that quite dark so that you can see it. You want to only go as dark on yours so that you can see it, meaning that you can kind of rub it out nice and easy afterwards. Once you've got that in, let's go and put a zigzag. We're going to join the top bit up with a zigzag, a nice soft zigzag. You kind of want 2 peaks. Can you draw it with 2 peaks? So it's going to come down, peak, peak, up. Okay, down, peak, peak, up. Throw that little horrible leaves. Yeah. I find anything that hasn't got like a pattern to it is really difficult to teach how to draw. And so things like leaves, because they're so random, like trees. One of my students asked me ages ago, can you show us how to draw trees? And I'm like, yeah, of course I can. And I've just ignored it because it's just so difficult to draw trees, anything with leaves in, or to teach how to draw that. For me, anyway. I'm sure there's other people out there that can do it, no problem. Right, everybody got our cracked egg in, yeah? So you see that first shape just kind of narrow in at the top there. A big old zigzag across there. You want 2 peaks, 1, 2 in the middle, and then we're good to go. Right, let's go down the bottom because the bottom bit's easy. A couple of L shapes in. The L shapes are going to help us with the undercarriage and the size of the feet. So don't go too wide with these. But look, 1 L shape there, 1 L shape there. I just said don't go too wide, and I went really wide with it. But that's an indication of where the feet's going to be. It's just going to help us do this little bit in here, which is the undercarriage. It's going to help us space that bit out. Also, if you need any support, go and throw your photos into the Discord chat. If you're kind of struggling with anything, it's always good to see the progress people are making. If you're getting bored of waiting for the next step, take a photo and throw it into the chat so we can all have a laugh. Support your creative adventures. Right, let's go and put the next few lines. It's all about the leaves now. These horrible leaves. I've lost my picture. Let's go and put these leaves in. Okay, what we're going to do is we're going to start at the same 2 points down here. We're going to do 2 lines going out that way, 2 lines going up, 2 lines going out that way. When at the bottom here, those 2 lines are going to be quite far apart. As they get to the tip, they're going to be a little bit closer together. Okay, so like this. Look, here's let's do our 2 lines going up first. And you see, I have got it at a little bit of a curve in there. Just see if you can throw a little bit of a curve in there. That's going to be the main stem. It's going to have a big old flower at the top. Let's go and put that in. Big old circle at the top. Is that looking weird enough yet? So go and throw that bit in, and then what we'll do is let's go and put in the other stalk. So that's a stalk with some sort of, I think it's a poppy seed or something like that. A poppy kind of, what do you call it? The bit that's got all the seeds in. It's going to be look like that. Next, what we're going to do is we're going to do 2 more lines, starting at the same point, but this time 2 going over that way, 2 going over that way. Just remember to get a little bit closer together as you get to the tip. So let's go over there with 2 lines. And then let's go over the other side with 2 lines. And if at all possible, try to have it not too symmetrical. So don't try and get it like a perfect like arrow pointing down. Try to have it a little bit more random than that. If it's random and wonky, it's going to look a lot better. It's going to look a lot more natural. That's it. Let's get rid of our pencil. Pencils are for losers. Now let's go and work with our marker pen now. Straight in with a marker pen. There's way too many lines in there. I prefer to go straight in with a marker pen wherever possible. Okay, let's go and do it, shall we? Grab your fat Sharpie. Fat Sharpie first, and we're going to go and put some lines in. I'll zoom in a little bit as well at this stage. Is everybody good? Is everybody at the right stage of their drawing? Raw doodling, yeah. I like that. Raw doodling is when you go straight in with a pen. No pencils involved. I once got in trouble for saying pencils are for losers on a YouTube video. Somebody took offence to it. Wiggs is caught up. That's good enough for me. Right, I'm going to zoom in a little bit. Let's go and get started, shall we? There we go. What we're going to do is a bit across here now. As Joff rightly pointed out, I don't think this is really a cracked egg. I think it is a plant pot with a ridged rim. So just do the best you can, Tash. Don't panic about it. It'll all be a bit of fun. What we're going to do is, you see this bit in the middle, these 2 peaks. We're going to do those 2 peaks, but we're going to soften off those corners, so we don't want any sharp lines on there. And when we get to the edge here, we're just going to give it a little flick. Okay, so just kind of go up, soften it off. Soften it off, soften it off, little flick that side, come back the other side, little flick that side. You want to flick your pen. The reason we're flicking the pen is to try and get a tapered, skinny finish to it. So hold your pen upright, flick it across the page, and you should get a much thinner end. If you're struggling to get that, just do some dots and dashes, and it's just a nice way of making a little broken line, a little subtle crease in there. Fundamental thing that I teach in the Corp Academy is to double line everything you do. Double lining doesn't mean making the line twice as thick, it means making the line twice as wonky. So we're going to go over every, make it nice and wonky. Wonky lines are easier to draw. Wonky lines are easier to draw, and I think they look a lot better as well. So let's just go over that line again and just make it wonky. See how we've got some fat bits and some thin bits in that line. Make sure that everything you do today, you double line it, make it wonky. The only consistent thing about your line work should be how inconsistent it is, okay? Well, there's our first line. That's taken us 20 minutes to do our first line. I promise the rest is going to go really, really quick. Okay, ready for these next lines. What we're going to do now, let's go and throw in some arms. So let me zoom out a little bit for these arms. So with these arms, what we're going to do is we're going to start here. Follow that pencil line. We are going to put quite a sharp point up there. As we get down to about this point, we're going to put a big old U out there and back in. Okay? So like this, look. Up there, hit that point, go down the side. Big old U out and in, like that. I'll zoom out a bit so you can see a little bit more of that. There you go. So there's our second line. Try and repeat that over on the other side. So going up to the corner. Follow the pencil line, big old U back in. Looks suspect. I don't know what you're seeing. If you want to, the day I taught kids how to draw a rat's nose, that was the most suspect thing I've ever done in an art lesson. I'm going to leave it at that. Let's go and double line that. Remember, double wonky, yeah? Going over that line again. Oh, yeah, and you see, as we come back in, we're hitting the pencil line there. Stop when you get to the pencil line. Double wonky over the other side. Into fat bits, thin bits. Like that. Next thing we're going to do, let's go and work in the undercarriage now. For the undercarriage, we're going to do what I call a float. Well, it's not float. It's going to have some lines coming off of it. But it's definitely a double-ended flick off. I can't wait to see what you've done. This is really too early, Vendetta, to see how dramatic your artwork is. I can't wait. Right, down here, we're going to do a double-ended flicker. So starting in the middle, flick it off one side, flick it off the other side. We're just going to go slightly into the leg. So a little flick there. Remember, hold it up, dot and dash it if you can't flick off. Same on the other side, go around there, dot and dash it if you can't flick off. Fat and wonky in the middle, tapered on the end. Have we got that in? 2 more lines and then we finish the body and we finish stage 1. 2 more lines, let's go and do that. So let's go down here. We're going to start at this point, we're going to go down. Curve these around a little bit. You don't want these, we put these L shapes in with the like corners on. Just curve them around a little bit. We're going to come from there all the way across, and then we're going to go up. We're going to hit that point and try and get back onto the pencil line and just flick off into the armpit. Okay, so watch this. Just round there, curve it off up here, flick off into the armpit. Again, just remember if you can't flick off, to dot and dash it. There's a leg. Go and do the same kind of thing on the other side. Look. Dropping it there, curve it round, get up into there, and a little flick into the armpit. Double line it all, make it nice and wonky. Flicking, the double wonky line is my favourite line. The flick off line is my second favourite line. I know that sounds a bit weird, doesn't it? I've got my favourite lines. Right, one of the reasons why I like to double line everything I do to make these lines really wonky is because a wonky line can cover up any potential mistakes that you might make in the future. And what that means is your artwork becomes a lot more liberating. So you're not worried about making mistakes because you know your fat lines can sort of fix those. So look at this, what I've just done here. Just there, look. Can you see where my arm just kind of comes in just there and that line is just crossing over a bit? That's the kind of stuff me. So what I'd do there, that's where I'd utilise my double wonky line, and I'd just make that part of the line a little bit fatter, just to bring it back to the front again. So that's one of the main reasons, one of the main tools, one of the main reasons for using that double wonky line. Okay, let's get back out. There we go. Wonk it up everywhere. Let's quickly get on to stage 2. Stage 2 is my least favourite part, so let's knock this out as quick as possible. We're going to go and do those flowers at the top. How many people we've got? Coming up to 80 people watching on X, 14 in the audience on Discord. Everybody who's watching on X, don't forget, if you join us on the Discord, you're in with a chance of winning OG role in the Cool Cows project. Joff, just tell me if I'm wrong with any of that, won't you? Just in case I'm promising something that people are not going to win.
No, that's all good.
Good stuff. Right, let's carry on, shall we? Hey, Knox, thank you for joining. Knox, can I make a suggestion for you, mate? Is do not change your X profile pic for a week or 2. Just give me a bit of time. I'm doing something. I'm cooking something with your profile pic at the moment. No pun intended. I know you're cooking there, but yeah, just leave it for a couple of weeks. I've got something special lined up for you, mate. Right, let's go and get this. Let's go and get this plant sorted out. First bit we're going to do. Let's go and do this stalk here. We're going to throw in a little leaf. This leaf is going to start. Where is it? It's going to start and finish. It's going to start inside the stalk. It's going to finish just on the edge of the stalk. So look, just there. Let's start inside the stalk. Put it out there. Bring it in. Finish on the stalk. There's our first little leaf. Just about, a third of the way down, 2/3 of the way up, whichever suits you. Go and throw that little line in. That's for our leaf. Double line it. Flicked off at the end. fat and wonky in the middle. At the tip of that stalk, let's go and put another big fat leaf in. So you kind of want, how can I best describe it? Let's call it a leaf shape, but you want to round it off a little bit. So let's go down the bottom with a big old curve like that, just a regular curve. But then across the top, we're going to take that top line, we're going to do more of an S shape, like this, look. So out there, little S shape, and then join it in, curve it around to join it in. Bring those two lines back, those pencil lines, we can just go over those now. This time though, we're just going to go behind that leaf, pick it up just there, from that leaf there, all the way down. That's our first stalk. So well done everybody, we've got our first horrible leaf in. Wonk it up, get it all wonky, get it all flicked off where it needs to be flicked off. There's our first stalk. I probably ought to zoom out on that a little bit. I just realised you can't see all of that. There we go. Right, let's go and do this bit at the middle now, just here. Ready to move on? Yeah, nice one, Nux. Just keep it the same for a little while. Let's go and do this middle one. We're going to do the same kind of leaf. This leaf is going to be two lines. I know I'm asking a lot of you there. The leaf again is going to start inside the stalk. So starting inside the stalk, about halfway down. Start inside the stalk, go out, and just do a little curve to flick back in like that. Get quite close. Get quite close to the line again. So you're kind of looping it around. Get quite close to the bend in that line. Because then what we're going to do is just take that line just from out there, bring it onto the pencil line, and then drop it down. So just there, look, bring it back onto the pencil line, drop it down. Wonk it up. Get wonky on it. Next bit we're going to do, let's go up the top. Now we're going to do like a triple point, just cupping the ball. See, there's the ball. We're going to do a triple point cupping the ball, okay? So watch this. What we'll do is we'll come up this side. We'll follow the pencil line up. We'll go outside there. And there's 1 point. Just cupping that ball. Second point, just there. Just cupping the ball again. Third point, go around the other side. Just cupping the ball. Hey, Volts, you're in on. You're watching on X as well. Anybody who's watching on X, if you want to comment, just comment in there. We do see those comments kind of coming through. But I definitely recommend joining the Discord if you want to be a winner. Okay, let's bring this line down. Follow that line down all the way to the bottom. There's our second stalk. We are just going to whip in another little leaf here. Let's go and whip in another leaf just coming off here, look. Just tucked up behind that. On the far side. That's on the far side, that one. It's not looking too bad at the moment. Let's get into that ball at the top there. First thing we're going to do is two little circles, two little ovals, two little circles squeezed together, straddling the top there. Something like that. Thanks. Callahose just shared his artwork in the on the Discord chat. Yeah, this is good, mate. That's where you need to be. If your artwork doesn't look like a bin fire, then it's not good enough. Awesome stuff. Right, we're doing those two balls. Let me get in a bit closer because we are doing a little bit of detail in here. Two balls like that. Then off of those two balls, two C shapes. There's one C shape. Make sure they're straddling. Keep them straddling that pencil line. Crypto Stew, looking good, mate. Looking good. Loving that round leaf. And then we go around the rest of that ball. So just go around the rest of that ball. Just bring it in that side, bring it in that side. Double line it all. Make it all wonky. Make sure your line work in this bit is consistent with your inconsistent line work everywhere else, yeah? Fat bits, thin bits, all over the place. Yeah, I was experimenting with whether we could bring the Twitter feed the X feed into the live stream, and I think it comes up there. So if you could test that out for me, anybody who's watching on X, just type something in the comments. It should just pop up in here. I'd love to see if it works. We've had some technical upgrades in Doodle on Discord recently, so we just need to see if that works. But it only works on X. Thank you, Ferdy. There you go. But you can barely see it. I think we might need to make that a bit bigger for next time. But it's progress.
I don't think the comments are showing in Discord, if that's what you mean.
No, they won't show in Discord. Whatever happens in Discord stays in Discord. Cool. I always felt like that should be a bit of a rule. But any comments coming from X, the comments coming from X will get shown in Discord. So we get to watch.
Oh no, I don't think they do. No, I'm not seeing them on my feed.
They're so small. They're so small. It's unreal.
All right.
Just next time somebody comments, look at there, and look for something that's like.
I'll get you.
Fingernail. It'll pop up just there, and it's so tiny.
Right, let me do that now.
Lord Vendetta, that's looking all right, mate. Get some pen work on there, though. You've got some droopy arms as well.
Oh yeah, I see it.
Excellent. Right,
Might have to work on the sizing for that.
Yeah. There's a little bit of work to be done, but one step at a time. Let's go and put this last stalk in. Okay. First thing we're going to do is just a little random stalk just coming out the bottom. So starting there, just coming out the bottom, going back in. Nice skinny one. Just a little random stalk going out like that. There's our first bit. Second bit we're going to do that again, but this time leave a gap at the end of the tip of the stalk. Okay. So just coming out there, but come back on yourself again. Always hitting that pencil line, leaving a little gap just there. The reason we're leaving a little gap just there is because we're going to chuck on a little leaf. Just got to check my reference image again because my memory is not what it used to be. Let's go and whack a leaf on there then. My suggestion is go for something leaf-shaped.
Always help.
Whack that leaf on. Callao, that's looking really nice, mate. Really nice. Double line it as you're going along. Nice and wonky. Like I say, if one part of your line is too fat, then just make another part of your artwork with the line too fat there. As long as there's a consistency, it will look like it's done on purpose. If you've just got one fat line in your artwork, it's going to look like a mistake. If you've got 5 or 6 dotted around the place, it's going to look like a feature. In my opinion. Right, let's go up this stalk then. Up the stalk. Up there. Up there. Follow that pencil line. Double wonk it. Get that bit in, and then we're going to throw one last big leaf in there. This last leaf, again with the curve around the bottom. Look, let's go for a big old curve around the bottom. And across the top, a big old kind of wavy shape that just hooks round at the top. So wavy shape, look, wave, hook around. So we've got a weird leafy shape. Double line it. We're well over halfway finished, so I know normally I like to finish these doodles within about half an hour, but we are well over halfway finished. You might not feel it at the moment, but we are there. Last little leaf. This leaf is really complicated. Okay, so you really pay attention on this bit because I can only draw it once, and we've got to get it right. Okay, really complicated part coming up. We're just going to put a little leaf there. There we go. That's all it is. Just like to see if everyone's really concentrating and paying attention. Right, let's zoom out and see what it looks like. There you go. There's a little bit of a. That doesn't look too bad. Hopefully yours doesn't look too bad as well. My suggestion would be your line work. If you're going to have thick lines anywhere, have them down here. Down here, this is where all the shadows live. And so to draw shadows with marker pen art, we just make those parts of the line a little bit thicker. So as these lines come down the bottom, just make them a little bit thicker down there. Look. Yeah, let's wind that up. Right, where we at next? Easy bit coming up. Let's go and put some thumbs and fingers. Put some thumbs and fingers on our character. So let's stick the thumbs in first. Thumbs are just going to be a little D. Stick a little D up the top, just there. A little D there, that becomes your thumb. Cartoon characters always have 3 fingers, so we're going to stick 3 Ds down below. So just here, these Ds can be touching each other. So 1, 2, 3 Ds touching each other. Double line it. There's our fingers. This is not strictly what Emmy's hands look like. I'm taking a little bit of artistic license. Not criticising their work. I just think it looks nicer when you've got a thumb with your fingers. So I'm going to throw those in, and then we're going to throw in some toes. Toes are going to be nice and easy. See down the bottom here, we're just going to put in like the top of a burger bap kind of shape. Okay, so like this, let's just go around there. That'll do as our toes go. If you've got a lot of space, put a fat foot in. If you haven't got much space, put a thin foot in.
I was just thinking, Court, did we ever explain why we're drawing Magic Eden's Emmy?
We should probably say
it might help.
Let me tell you. So, as you know, that we are Majoff and I are co-founders of the Corp Dogs project, a project about getting you more creative, but also growing your art collection. We are on the cusp of releasing our Corp Dogs. There's 5,555 Corp Dogs about to be released into the Say ecosystem. And we're releasing them with Magic Eden as well. So we're really happy about this. It's been a long time coming. We're one of the first projects to be released on Magic Eden. So we're very excited about that. We have got a date in. Joff, can you remind our viewers what the date is? I haven't forgotten.
Yeah. Okay, sure. Should we say at the same time?
I don't know.
It's December 16th.
December 16th, there you go. So mark it in your calendars. We're finally going to get to release the Corp Dogs on December 16th. Just a quick bit about roadmap. Cheers, Volts. Thank you very much. Just a quick bit about the roadmap then. So, as well as those 5,555 Corp Dogs that we're being released, 30 of those Corp Dogs will be what we call stray dogs. Now, stray dogs are the guest artists that we've had invited in. So those guest artists range from emerging artists that we want to support all the way through to established global artists. They're a mix of artists from the digital world, but also from the IRL world as well. All the artwork is digital, so that's one thing to be aware of, but the artists are from all over the place. They're the stray dogs that are going in. There's also a handful of stray dogs that I've put in, so individual dogs that I've drawn, they're going to be in there as well, so very unique. That's the release. Now, as a holder, we'll get back to this drawing in a second. As a holder, I just want to quickly explain the benefits, the two main benefits that you get as a holder. One benefit of being a holder is that you'll be able to be you'll be airdropped new artwork every month for the next year. So what that means is buying a Corp Dog gets you another 12 pieces of NFT art over the next year, all hand-picked, curated by the Corp Dogs team as well. We've already got our first 3 artists lined up. The first drop is going to be pretty quick. So if you are going to pick up yourself a Corp Dog, make sure you do it as soon as you can, because we are going to drop quite quickly with the first airdrop. So it'll only be those that own Corp Dogs at that stage that will get the first piece of artwork. And then we're going to just release artwork every month. Really happy with the artists that we've got lined up so far. Very broad range from very digital kind of clean work through to painterly style, but still digital as well. The second benefit before we get on with this is access to the Corp Academy. So as a holder, you will get essential access to the Corp Academy, which is essentially 20 drawing tutorials, a drawing course on how to draw Corp Dogs, but also you'll get new tutorials every single week as well. And again, that'll be a 1-year membership and discounted access to premium membership as well. So there's loads of benefits to loads of creative benefits to owning Corp Dogs. So 16th of December, Magic Eden. Mark it on your bookmark it on your web browser. Put it in your calendar as well. Let everybody else know. I'd be really appreciated if you let people know about it. So that's why we're drawing Emmy. That's the short answer for why we're drawing Emmy today. because we're launching on Magic Eden.
That was the short answer, was it?
Yeah, I should. Sometimes what I do is I generally script stuff and then I put it into Chat GPT and I say, script this, make it sound better, and make it a little bit shorter. I never did that today, so that's my waffling answer. Just on that, thanks, Wiggs. Just on that, we've now hit 100 viewers on X. So thank you very much for everybody who's viewing on X. Thank you very much for anybody who's shared it. Feel free to comment on the X feed. Take part. The replay will be available soon. So if you want to take part and just draw this character, it will take you no longer than 20 minutes to draw the character. It'll probably take you about 40 minutes to watch the video back, just because somebody was banging on a little bit in the middle there. Important stuff, though, I think. Joff, have I ticked every box when it comes to roadmap and launch?
I think so, yeah. I mean, we've got other stuff planned that we can't really talk about yet. But for now, I think that's enough for everyone, isn't it? What more do they want?
Last thing I'm going to tell you is the price. Now, the price that we're going to mint at, I'm only joking, Joff. Still got a little bit of work to do around the price, but the main thing is whatever price we go to, there's loads of benefits to owning.
I think Wiggs is saying hurry up.
When Emmy face, sorry Wiggs, banging on a bit, innit? Let's get on with this face. This is the bit that you'll just fast forward through in the replay. What are we doing? It is just face, right? Okay, everybody ready to stick in a big D? You want a big D that's fallen on its front, okay? So big D all the way in this bottom half, big as you can, like that. Throw in a big D, make it wonky. Go around it all again. Nice wonky line all the way around that. We're going to throw in a tongue now. My suggestion is the bigger that your tongue is, the less colouring in you're going to have to do. So go with a real big tongue for this. So we're going to do 2 lines. The tongue is just 2 lines. 1 line coming from the back here, look, flicking across, just dropping into the middle. Repeat that line, just come back on yourself a little bit. Now repeat that line over there. Nice big fat tongue like that means that when you colour this bit in, the back of the mouth, you've not got too much to colour in. Your pen won't run out quite so quickly. You'll also get your drawing done a lot quicker, and I'm all for, you might find this hard to believe, I'm all for getting your drawings done nice and quick. For anybody that is interested in Corp Academy stuff, all my drawing tutorials are less than an hour long. And you'll be pleased to know they do not feature a synopsis of or an update on what the Corp Dogs project is all about in the middle of every one. Just steam straight through with a 30-minute, 60-minute drawing tutorial. Okay, there's
our 2 times speed.
Yeah, you could do, yeah.
Speed run.
Couple of eyes. Let's go and put some eyes in. So we're going to put some ovals in for the eyes. The eyes are going to have reflections. Reflections are great to put in eyes because they kind of just bring your character alive. So let's go for an oval over there. There's the oval. Up in the top corner of that oval, let's put in another circle. I know ovals don't have corners, but you know what I mean. Up in the corner there, put in another circle. That's going to be the reflection. Colour the rest in black. Do something similar on the other side. Don't stress about making it perfectly symmetrical. If anything, make it a little bit wonkier. So maybe the other eye needs to be a little bit bigger. If it's significantly bigger, it looks like you've done it on purpose. If it's just exactly the same, but just a little tiny bit out, then it kind of looks like you've made a bit of a mistake. So let's go for significantly bigger. I think that's significantly bigger. Put in the reflection. Reflection is on the same side, so it's not a mirror. It's a copy and paste of the eyes. Colour the moon-shaped bit in black. Wiggs, you should definitely try out my 15-minute drawing tutorials. They're speed drawings. That's 15 minutes. We draw something more complicated than this within 15 minutes. That will test you. That will test your metal. How are we doing with this? Right, we've got eyes. Let's put some bags under the eyes. The bags under the eyes, I call this line a floater line. And this is pretty much wrapping up with our picture today as well. So we're pretty much there and finished. We're going to put a floater underneath. It's a line that kind of doesn't touch any other line. It's also a double-ended flick off just under the eyes. And again, the main character doesn't really have this. But I just like putting little bags under a character's eyes. I think it just joins the whole thing. It looks like the eyes are in there a little bit more. Okay, those of you that have got a thin pen, just go and grab your thin pen. I'm just gonna quickly throw in some little details just to bring this alive. So things like the hands and the feet are purple on Emmy. So if you've got purple, those of you that are working on an iPad, you can just drop in the purple in these sections. Drop in that cream colour in the main section. Those of you that work in like old school with your pens, either colour these bits in purple or just shade them out so they look a bit darker. And I'm shading them out just by putting loads of lines, top to bottom, loads of lines in these darker areas. So let's go and do those fingers and thumbs. We're getting to a point now where we're just about finished. So you want to personalise it. Turn it into fan art. It doesn't need to be an exact copy of the Emmy logo, the branding. Turn it into a bit of fan art. So do your own thing with it. Make it a little bit creepier, a little bit cuter, whatever you want to do. I'm going to go and put some taste buds in. Look. So let's go and put some big taste buds with my thin pen. Just scatter some big old upside down U shapes, I call them. You could call them N shapes, but I like those upside down U shapes just for some taste buds in the tongue. Maybe put a few little circles in across the character just to give it a little bit of texture. I like putting little black spots in as well, little tiny black spots around the eyes. Just looks like little freckles. Makes your character look super cute. So put in some little freckles around the eyes. You might want to put in some little bits of shading around the base of these plants. Just flick a few little lines around. You might not. The other thing we're just going to do the back. I forgot about this. We're going to do the back of the plant pot. So just like here, look. Just do a little lump there. And to make it look like the back of the plant pot, we'll shade that out. So go and grab that thin pen again. Line it out so it's shadowed. Awesome. Right, last little bit. Drop shadow. If you want to, one of the last things you should do if your artwork's not looking quite right is anchor your artwork to the ground. And to do that, we're just going to draw a little oval, a little shape around the back here. So let's have it going through there. Like that. Little oval around the bottom there. Colour that in. And this is just a little drop shadow, just to make it look like our character is actually standing on the ground rather than just floating. And then I also like to break up that shadow a little bit. So rather than just doing what looks like it could be a hole, just break it up a bit. We can't do any shading with pens, so we just break it up by putting some little ovals in there like that. Up top, let's put some little bubbles in. Let's make it look like it's got something going on in the background. We are going to bring on the Wheel of Losers in a bit. Joff, let me know when you're ready for the Wheel of Losers, and then we'll bring that out.
Just want to see some more people share their art.
Okay, yeah. Actually, that's a really good point. Yeah, anybody that wants to have an extra chance of winning, go and post your photos. Now's a good time to post your photos in the chat. Those of you that are on X, 111 of you on X, if you join us on the Discord, we do this every week, almost. Join us on the Discord, and then you're in with a chance of winning and sharing your artwork in there as well.
We've also got a surprise new prize in a beeve courtesy of Tosh.
So no way. What, for today?
Get yourself. Yep.
For today. Thank you very much, Tosh. Where is
even
Tosh?
More prizes.
Tosh,
he's not in. He's just on DM's back channels.
Brilliant stuff. That's awesome. I really appreciate that. Tash P has just put their photo in on the chat. That looks amazing. I'm really liking your line work in there. Lovely stuff on the tongue as well. Nice big fat mouth. Siar, that's looking great as well. Again, look at the two pictures that we've got coming up in the chat. We've both drawn exactly the same thing. We're all drawing exactly the same thing, but look how different they all look. And that's exactly the whole point of artwork. It's not about just copying exactly what I've done. It's about kind of doing your own spin on it and having something slightly different. There's no right or wrong. Meowie, that looks amazing. I'm really liking that. You've gone with the fat pens as well. This is looking really good. What's that? December 16th, Court Dogs. Yeah, thank you, mate. That's a good idea. We should have put that on the artwork somewhere, shouldn't I? I could have had a little thing kind of being held, a little banner or something. If I'd had more time to think about it, I'd have done that. I'm just going to do a little popped bubble. Look. Just put a little few popped bubbles in on mine. But yeah, drop your artwork in the chat. And let's have a little look at it. Yeah, December 16th. So let's do it. Crop Dogs. December 16th. Magic Eden. That's all you need to know. Right, let's
the wheels
give
ready whenever you are.
Yeah, excellent stuff. We'll give everyone a few more seconds. So whilst you guys are putting your photos in chat, wrap it up. Even if you haven't finished, you're better off having an almost finished artwork in the chat so that you've got extra opportunities to win. But now is your last opportunity, really, as we switch over to our new scene that we've got. Let's see if this works. There we go. There it is, the Wheel of Losers, the Wheel of Losers, beautifully branded. Joff's still in the corner there. And even a new colour scheme. Joff, the colour scheme looks really nice.
Yeah, it's a bit calmer on the eyes.
Do you know what the primary colours were just giving me anxiety? So I'm glad you've changed that. Callahow's just posted as well. Awesome work, Callahow. Let's scroll up to that. Yeah, that's looking really nice, mate. You see the crack across the top. Just make that crack across the top. The line work there a little bit thicker to match how thick it is on the branches as well. That will hold all of that together. Those lines are just a bit too thin compared to the rest. Other than that, it's looking amazing. I'm loving the eyes. One big, one small. Looks good. Wiggs is in as well.
Oh, look at that from Cryptus Shoe.
Fantastic work by Wiggs. Loving the shading that you've got around the stems. Much better than mine in there. Crypto Stew's in as well with a bit of digital artwork. Mate, that's been upgraded loads since last time we saw it. Awesome. That's looking really nice. Beautiful stuff, Wiggs. Crypto Stew. Thank you, Wiggs. Thank you, Crypto Stew. Volts has just put theirs in as well. Again, really nice work in there. Excellent. Absolutely spot on with everything. And yeah, did you see my comment about drawings from the vaults? You definitely need to do that. You've got so much. You've got such a nice back catalogue of drawings at the moment. Crypto Stu, you want to make yours look like a drug addict. I did a drawing lesson on how to draw SpongeBob looking high. So I'll see if I can dig that out for you at some stage. Because then you might just be able to take those high eyes with the extra veins and the closed eyelids and add that to this character. So follow this tutorial until we put the eyes in. Then go to the SpongeBob, the high SpongeBob tutorial, and whack in the eyes. That'll look great. Time's running away with us, Joff. So let's
do this. So I think these guys at the top are just the viewers. They haven't, I don't think, submitted any work. If you're in that list and you have submitted, let us know ASAP. Everyone else has got 2 entries.
Awesome.
So that's all good.
Let's go.
What order are we going to do these prizes? Because we've got 8 to give away today.
We've got 8.
So
I think we should do it in whatever the quickest order is possible.
Okay, so this is for the Corp Dogs OG roll.
Corp Dogs OG roll first. Okay, who's getting that?
Yeah, let me just shuffle this. Give that a shuffle. And are we taking them out if they've won, so they don't win anything else? I think so. I think that's how we've always done it.
It's up to you, mate.
Right, let's do it. Oh, let's just quickly put Admiral in as well. Admirable.
Talk about time. It's only because you're a regular that I think Joff was being kind and putting you in.
Shuffle. Right. Are we ready then? So this is for the Corp Dogs OG roll. Let's go. So we got Ferdy. Congrats.
Congratulations, Ferdy. How does Ferdy go about claiming that?
Open a ticket in our Discord, please.
There you go. Nice and easy.
Actually, I can give you the roll now, I think. Is that going to work for me?
Yeah, congratulations, Ferdy. That's a free.
But yeah, open a ticket, please.
Just a reminder, Ferdy, that free mint is not just a free mint. You also get all the airdrops associated with it. So that's another 12 pieces of art at least. You also get access to the Corp Academy, so we can teach you to draw even more than we're doing now. Loads of stuff you get with that.
Right. Next one then is for the beef.
Beef.
Oh, again. Look at that. Well done, Crypto Stew.
Crypto Stew, weekly winner. Excellent stuff.
I'm
3 weeks
all...
in a row. 3 weeks in a row, Crypto Stew's won something. That's amazing.
That's insane.
I should just point out to the over 100 people watching on X, you should get into the Discord. There's 14 people on Discord. There's a real high chance of winning with these. So yeah, make it a point to get into the Discord for next week's live.
So the next 5 are Cool Cow's whitelist. Tash P.
Tash P, you got a big wedge just there. It was. I see, like everybody who's in there twice gets a big wedge. That's nice. Well done, Tash. Anybody that's kind of new to Discord and doesn't really know what they're doing.
Oh, sorry, I just drowned you out of the drum. Biggie Poppins.
Biggie Poppins. Never heard of him. Who's he? Well done, Biggie.
Well, he's actually Crypto Stew's dad, so they're just like keeping it in the family.
Ah, okay. I never know whether you're being serious.
Volts.
Excellent. Congrats, Volts. What did Volts win?
Cool Cow's whitelist.
Cool Cow's whitelist. Well done, Volts. Yeah, everybody's winning.
Drum roll again.
Lord Vendetta. Congratulations, Lord Vendetta. Yeah,
and
Crypto
finally.
Family. I've always said, nobody's winning unless everybody's winning, and it looks like today everybody's winning. I love this.
Meowie.
Tash P has no idea what they've won because their audio went. But Tash, you have won. Joff, raise a ticket. Joff will let you know.
Volt says we can re-roll. So should we just do that again then?
Any chance you can throw in D-Raf?
D-Raf's already in.
D-Raf's already in. Okay. Twice?
Oh, no. Oh,
yeah,
of course, yeah. He's shared.
Put D-Raf in. D-Raf's just come in with their drawing. They were called out for an emergency, so I think it's fair to see if we can stick D-Raf in there twice. Awesome work, D-Raf. Thanks for taking part.
So this is the re-roll of Volts' for Cool Cow's whitelist. Congrats, Wiggs.
Wiggs. Awesome stuff. Well done, Wiggs.
So we've got one final one, which isn't going to be on the wheel. This is for the best or the judges' preferred submission of Emmy. So I presume you're the judge.
I was going to say who are our judge.
Pencils.
I was actually thinking, when we do digital battle lines, digital chaos battle lines, we should get some guest judges in. So anybody out there that wants to be a guest judge and help us choose some winners, that would be great. So
but not Crypto Stew.
Yeah, obviously not. Let me have a little look about who's a winner. What's this person winning?
The OG roll for Cool Cows. So it'll be a cheaper mint, I believe. So, yeah, very sought after, this one.
Awesome stuff. What about the one I'm really fond of that's in the chat? The one that's really working for me, mainly because the shading around the stalks is better than I shaded around my stalks, is the one by Wix.
Amazing.
I'd like to award Wix that.
Very, very good.
Beautiful piece of shading in Wix. Congrats and well done on the drawing
Yeah,
and the wig.
congrats, Wiggs.
Okay, is that it? Have you finished giving
That's it.
away?
I'm done. Yeah.
We're not going
Yeah,
to
the
give away.
prize sack is empty.
Joff's sack is empty. So on that note, I just want to say thank you very much for everybody who's tuned in today. Don't forget, we do this every Wednesday, 8 o'clock GMT. So, yeah, get into the Discord, get into the Corp Dogs NFT X feed, and get your notifications in there. And, yeah, happy doodling, everybody. Thank you very much for taking part. Me and Joff will see you next time.
Yeah, just before everyone goes, just stay in the Discord, keep your notifications on. So there's going to be a whole load more announcements in the run up to the 16th. So, yeah, keep your eyes peeled.
There you go.
Thank you.
Last word. Cheers, Joff. Thanks a lot, mate.
Cheers. Thanks, everyone.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.